Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to The Witcher Wild Hunt for a relaxed playthrough this Saturday evening. We're live for the next 2 hours as we continue on with this relaxed playthrough. A relaxed playthrough is where we're not trophy hunting, we're just enjoying the game, trying to do as many quests as we can and see all angles the game has. Good evening, I hope you're well, I hope your weekend is going well as well. Firstly, I need to apologise. We were due to stream last night and I cancelled it because I was absolutely shattered. When you're trying to record gameplay for a video and you're falling asleep while playing it, you know you've overcooked things. And I tend to have a bad habit of overdoing things, and that's what I did last week. This week's schedule is going to be a bit different. Well, it's not different, it's how we used to do things, to be fair. I kind of pushed things a little bit too much and paid the consequences of that. I hate cancelling a stream. So the difference will be there won't be 2 evening streams in a row. I think that's what's doing me. I'm struggling with sleep anyway, because of the usual injuries and pain and all that good stuff. So instead of having back-to-back evening streams, which I think made last week worse, I'm not going to do that. we're gonna have a gap. Just because I physically can't do it, and no matter how much I try and push myself, I always learn the hard way that actually I can't do it. So that is the plan for next week. So apologies for last night, Batman Arkham Asylum. We'll be continuing that next week. But this is The Witcher tonight. So in the last stream of The Witcher last Saturday evening, we went back to Fight Isle and met back up with Ciri Metz and learned what she was really up to with the Isle and why she wanted us to clear the ghosts out of it. We then went back to Crookback Bog with the Baron and learnt more about what happened with his wife, and we saw his daughter. We also saw the consequences of our actions, the consequences of our choices so far, and the Baron unfortunately didn't make it. He hung himself due to our decisions. Wasn't the nicest outcome. Wasn't the outcome we expected either. It's quite cool that you see your decisions play out like that in a way. Not cool as in, you know, what obviously happened. You know what I mean. And then we started a Witcher contract. We didn't have time to finish it in the last stream, so we're going to plan to finish that first this evening and then go from there. That is the plan for this evening. But I hope you're well. Yeah, schedule will be out as normal tomorrow. We're still with Hogwarts Legacy this week. I have put in the live stream post that goes live tomorrow evening that obviously if we get done Hogwarts Legacy before the end of the week, the stream will change to whatever is winning the vote. I think currently it is last time I checked it was Jedi Fallen Order, I think it was. I can't remember. I'm losing track of what I'm doing or where I am. Let me just check sound, and then we'll catch back up. I'm trying to do too many things at once. It doesn't really work. Last time I checked, it was Jedi. Jedi Fallen Order has 50% of the votes. So as it stands, if we were to finish Hogwarts Legacy Platinum on Monday, we'd be starting that on Tuesday. So the schedule will say Hogwarts all week, but it does depend on what happens in terms of what we get done, or when we get done, particularly, basically, effectively. I know what I'm trying to say, it's just not happening. Thank you for the like, much appreciated, otherwise. So yeah, apologies for last night. For those that have been with the channel before, know that I don't like cancelling streams, but I wasn't with it, I was knackered. Like I say, falling asleep while filming, while trying to record a video is never a good option. And you're going to see the outcome of that a week tomorrow, because it was Lawn Mowing Simulator. Yeah, I kept jerking myself awake while I'm doing it, so you'll see the outcome of that and how bad things were in that video a week Sunday. There we go. We live and learn. Right, let's load in, let's get this going. So we did start a quest in the last stream. We'd done quite a bit in the last 2-hour stream, but we're in the middle of a quest. We didn't quite get a chance to finish it. We were doing a Witcher contract. I believe it's a Witcher contract. Jenny O' the Woods. But I think we died a few times trying to complete it, I think is what happened, but we'll find out in a second. Let's go into our manual save then.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her
I
to
do
the
like the
town
story
and found
retelling.
the self-appointed ruler.
So this is all the information
warlord
we've
took the
figured
young
out so
woman
far
in,
about
had
Ciri.
her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
There we go. So we are going to make our way to Novigrad at some point. No, what we did, we actually defeated Jenny of the Woods in the last stream, if I remember now. Trying to catch myself up. Because we only do this once a week. The controls are always an issue for me. Trying to remember which controls are which, because it's old school controls compared to newer games. But also story-wise, where we're at. I believe we beat Jenny of the Woods in the woods. We had to put a trap around. We could only damage the spirit whilst they're inside the magic trap. We've learned that it wasn't as it seemed to be.
This be the witchman, that freak of nature.
I think. Or we failed and we need to go back and do it. I can't remember which one now. Let's find out, shall we? Okay.
Easy, not at all.
Greetings.
What do ye want?
So, there were two people having a relationship that no one knew about. Thanks for the like, much appreciated, whoever that was. From what I can remember. And we want to know if he knew about it.
Zula and Bakai. Did you know them? They must have lived in this village.
Good God, he knows. 'Tis witchery. They disappeared, both of them, into thin air. We've not seen them a week now.
I found the girl's grave and a letter. It's clear she rejected Bakai because she loved another.
Zula and Ontan, aye.
So either we've done the mission, we're just handing it in, or we've still got to go and kill the ghost. I'm not sure which one.
So that's to mean our Zula's the wraith. Can't be. Such a good lass. And so pretty.
Any idea where they used to meet?
Okay, yeah, we haven't done it.
Sure. But the young'uns,
I think we died a couple of times trying to do this.
West of the village, past the fields. Zula. Good God.
Yeah. So we've tried this a couple of times and died a couple of times trying to do this.
Gotta drive the wraith away. Stand a chance if I can bind it to one spot for a while.
Yeah. So that's the hint of what we need to do to be able to beat this wraith. Is we need to bind it to one spot and to be able to do any damage. We tried this a couple of times and we died several times over. We ran out of time last stream, so this is what we're going to do first. We are going to manually save it now, because when you die, you load a save game. It's easy to load when we've done all the talking already. We are going to need to make sure everything is set. So, we need the magical trap, which is the Yrden sign. We haven't really done much with the Yrden sign ourselves, so it's going to be a bit different for us to use that. And if I remember correctly, this fight was tricky, mainly because you couldn't damage the wraith unless they're in the magical trap itself, which didn't last very long, but its damage to you was quite significant, if I can remember correctly. Right, first of all, we need to find the right spot, which is here. So we've got to burn everything, and then the spirit will come alive, and we then have to take out the spirit. This will probably take a couple of attempts, I'm pretty sure, because if we failed it a couple of times last time, I am now rusty. So this will be even worse. Let's see how we do, shall we? If I remember correctly, this thing packs a punch. We are slightly over level for this, but yet still this is not a simple task. Right, magic trap. So we need it in the magic trap to do any damage, and then we need to dodge out of its attacks, because that thing is going to do some damage to us if it catches us. Magic trap's gone. Right, we're doing okay until it does things like that. Come on, in the magic trap, please. Oh. He just missed it there. It was just outside the magic trap. Got to get in and out as quickly as we can with these hits. If it touches us, we're going to lose a lot of health very quickly. Where is it? I don't know where it's gone. They're not the real ones. None of them are real. Trying to stay out. That's the real one. Got a nice hit in there. If we do this first time this time, it's going to be a little bit annoying, considering we failed this a couple of times last time. Okay, we're doing okay. Nice dodge there. Took a couple of hits. We're doing okay. But then I say that now. This is when it all comes undone if we're not careful. I think it's actually healing when these night raids come out. It's healing off us. So actually that heals a little bit there, so we've got to be a bit wary of that now. Weren't aware that was the case before. We're doing okay though. Our first fight of the evening, and it's a tough one straight away. Try not to push it too much. My big issue with this and any game is I over-attack. And obviously over-attacking in this will probably be the end of us. Nearly got it. We've nearly got it. We've done it. We have actually done it. Wow. I wasn't expecting to do it the first time. Considering how much trouble we had with that in the last stream, I was not expecting to do it first time this evening. Jenny of the Wood has been beaten. We need to go and collect a reward from the Elderman. Thanks for the like, much appreciated that was. We did just pick something up. I think it was a sword. It was. The Forgotten Ransword. Oh wow, look at this. We're high enough level to use it. We actually get a new sword, a level 11. And new armour as well. That's in our storage, to be fair. But it is actually better than our current. No, well, that one. Does more damage than our current. We do lose some. We lose armor piercing and hard sign, critical hit chance, and bonus experience from humans and non-humans. And we have got attack power versus beast because our beast sword is on there currently. But we could put that on for our steel sword, as it is better. More damage, chance of stuns higher. We'll lose some bonuses, and obviously it can be added to with different signs. We've got the runestones we could add onto it if we wanted to. These are all lesser, so it wouldn't make too much odds to put these on, to be fair. But let's use that. And let's apply some of these. We haven't used them so far. I think if we place it in that one, I'm not expecting to be using the sword very long, because I think we're going to have others to use. Or we know we're going to have others very soon. But yeah, we've got a couple of each of these ones. These are all lesser. Upgrade armor piercing. There we go. Stick armor piercing in there. There we go. It's got a few different upgrades on there. We'll give it a go, see how we get on with it. Obviously, this one is quite a cool one. We've been using it for a while with decent bonuses, but it's a reward for the mission we just did. So we'll take it for the time being. As I say, level 11, things will change a little bit. I did see, as we got here, there was a question mark nearby. Now isn't showing up. I think it's behind us. Whilst we're here, let's have a quick look at it. There are enemies here. Are they human or are they not? Let's go back to the Igni side. A good old trusty Igni. They are humans. They're deserters. Obviously, humans are... Igni is brilliant against humans. As you can see, with a vicious killing. Straight away. Well, we can loot these guys. Pure silver. Anything else to loot off them? I've got the bodies. Is that all we got? Pure silver. Novigrad longsword that we can sell. 2 Novigrad longswords. The Igni is so overpowered against humans. Against beasts, not so much, but against humans. I'm trying to see... Is that all the rewards that were here? I think it is. I just couldn't see what that sign on the map was. Not going to show me now, is it? No, I couldn't quite tell what the sign was on the floor, on the map. But it's greyed out, so it's definitely done. Right, let's go and get our rewards, shall we? After completing the contract. And that's another Witcher contract done. What we'll do afterwards is check missions, main missions, side missions, and Witcher contracts. And whatever is the lowest level is what we do next. That's what we've done so far. It's a good way of keeping on top of everything, to be fair. Let's go and collect our rewards for completing Gin of the Woods. I'm still surprised we did it first time. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I really didn't. Especially last time when we failed to do it. Yeah, pretty happy with that, to be fair. We might be able to sell stuff to the blacksmith as well while we're here. And here we go. Right, let's let him know, the Elderman, that we've done it.
What do ye want?
We want our money, is what we want.
Jenny of the Woods is gone. Got rid of her.
She'll not be back.
No, I know how to dispatch night wraiths for good.
Aye, of course.
So,
Your
night
reward,
raves,
as agreed.
we've now
Many
experienced
thanks to ye,
a bit
Master
more
Witcher.
significantly. We've got to be aware what we need to do in future against them.
Farewell.
There we go, Jenny of the Woods, contract complete. How much XP do we get to that, I wonder? 240, I don't think that's enough to level us up. Can be close, 179 crowns, that's pretty good. Right, I did see a blacksmith, let's quickly head to him first.
Master Witchman, stay amongst us. Horrid wraiths.
What's the rush?
Oh no, there isn't a blacksmith here, we could actually just use this on our armour to enhance them. I thought there was a blacksmith, but I don't think there is. We can enhance their gear before we leave, which we might as well do. It was quite enhanced already, but it's worth doing every time you're near one. I thought there was going to be a blacksmith here, to be fair. Okay, we are close to level 11, which is when we can pick up our other gear. But first, let's have a look at where we're going. So, level 10 is our next main story visit Triss in her house. Skellige level 16. We've got Fist of Fury, which is a punching fight. Yeah, fist fighting circuit. Not too worried about that. Velen, we didn't. So, the Velen players, if we were going for Platinum, which this is a relaxed playthrough, so we're not doing trophies. If we were, we would have failed. Because the Baron killed himself and we hadn't beaten him in Gwent yet, we lost the ability to win his card. So because of that, we would have failed the Platinum already. Okay. Everything else there is actually quite later, by the looks of things. Witcher contracts. So anything under level 10 is what we'll do next. So Witcher contract is actually the Merry Widow, is our next one. Let's do that next. And then we'll do the main story after that. It's another Witcher contract, so we'll be going up against something else, not of this world. That should get us to level 11, which I think will be quite a good one to do. Everything else is quite high level, bar that one. And you can see the ones we failed. We failed the fake papers and Bitter Harvest because we didn't save the brother. I like the fact it shows you which ones we failed as well, to be fair. So where are we heading for this one? Let's actually have a look, shall we? We've got to go and speak to a gravedigger of Lindenvale. See, the village cemetery is full of monsters who sees children as their victims. Okay, this could be interesting, couldn't it? Where are we heading? So Lindenvale is over here. We have been there before, that's hence we have the mission, because we picked it off their notice board. So we can fast travel there, which is what we shall do. And we're going to go and speak to a gravedigger. There is a mission to pick up here as well, actually. May go and pick that up before we continue the main story. But let's go to the signpost in Midcopse. Let's find the signpost. Some of the signposts are really easy to find, others not so much. Just outside, actually. We'll pick everything off the notice board just in case there's any new missions on there. When any new locations come up. Doesn't look like it did. Okay, let's go to Lindenvale. So after Lindenvale, we'll probably go down there and pick that up. It may be a mission we're not ready for. It could be too low level. We'll pick it up just in case. But we're going to go and take on some creatures in the cemetery by the looks of things. Thanks for the like, otherwise, much appreciated. I think this is one of the fist fights here, actually.
This be the Witchman.
There's a load of graffiti over this by the looks of it.
Pick more interesting things from my nose.
I wonder if we could beat someone here. This might be one of the fist fighting rings, to be fair. Who's in charge?
Humanity's trying to grip me.
Don't know who's in charge.
I didn't do nothing.
No.
Won't be as cocky.
Okay, so they've got to report to the army camp. There is a tavern there. We'll ignore the tavern. Right, let's go and speak to the gravedigger and see what's going on in their cemetery then. See what we need to deal with. Let's hope we can deal with it. That's the other thing. If it's a beast, I may change sword again because the other one has got beast oil on it. If it's not a beast and it's a wraith or something, then I think we're good as we are. Right, this is the Gravedigger. Let's find out more about the job then, shall we?
Got a problem. Some graves get dug up.
If that were only it. Every now and then, a vile beast had come round the graveyard, devour what's fresh, then move on. Started again not long past. Thought to myself, just don't step out after dark and lock your door tight. But then a young'un went missing.
From
Never
the
good.
graveyard?
Nay, from the village. Little snotter wouldn't have come here of his own. And I'd heard something like a whimper in the night.
Didn't bother to come out, see what was
Of
happening.
course not.
Think
Why
me
would he
daft.
command Jack?
If you've monsters, you need a witcher.
You do indeed need a Witcher. I don't really ever ask to try and get more reward, to be fair. Should we have a look at trying to increase the reward?
Let's talk about my
We've never really
reward.
done it. I always just take what they offer. Haggle for high reward. Choose an amount and to confirm your choice. Then accept you've made a deal. If the offer is too high, you can't grow annoyed. Push too hard and you'll break off negotiations. Okay. So currently the base rate is 240. We can go up to 354. Well, okay. Let's see if we can get an extra 50 out of him. Let's go. Let's make it 60. So around 300. Oh! That annoyance level went up pretty quickly, didn't it? And let's drop that back down. I don't normally barter. I would normally just take whatever they offer, to be fair. So let's not go too high. Let's go to 260. It's an extra 20.
Rate's fair, considering the job. I know a bit about these
Yeah,
things.
I'm sure you do. We got
See
an
if I
extra,
can
extra
learn
20
what's
out
out
of it.
there.
I've never normally barter. I just take the money. Right. We don't know what kind of creature this is going to be. So this shall be interesting. There's normally a story behind the creature as well of why it's happening. And that's for us to find out yet. The fact they took a child seems weird. Because I was thinking werewolf, digging up... there's something else here. Hang on. There's a few things here. What are they? There's a few beasts here by the looks of things. I was going to say werewolves, and I think that's what these are. Are these werewolves? No, they're ghouls. We have faced ghouls before. I'm not entirely sure what sign is good against them, so let's check. I like the fact you can check mid-fight. It does make things a little bit easier. Right, ghouls. What is good against ghouls? There we go. Necrophage oil. Do we have any, or can we make some? If we can put it on our sword. Job's a good one. Let's have a look. Necrophage oil. I've got a feeling we don't have any. Oh, we do. Okay, silver sword. Plus 10 attack versus necrophages. There we go. Okay, we've got plus 10 attack against these guys. Why is that one glowing red? I do like Igni. I think it's because we've used the necrophage oil on them. We've got a hit with the necrophage. I think that's why they're glowing. Alright, so one left. Okay.
Ghouls could have dug up the corpse. Definitely couldn't have snatched the kid from the village, though.
No.
Still, might be worth looking at those graves.
Yeah, that's not all of it, is it? There's going to be something else going on here. There's a few herbs we can pick up whilst in the graveyard as well. Yeah, there's definitely something more going on, I would say. What's going on in here, first of all? There's something in the back. Cavalry trousers. I can just put out all the candles, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay. What's this?
Grave's been dug up. Recently. Smell of cadaverine's old, though. Overripe. Wonder where the stench will lead me.
So we've got a stench to follow. There's definitely more to this than just the ghouls themselves, isn't there? So we need to follow the smell. I want to jump over. There we go. A few deers have got stuck. Right, let's follow the smell of the cadaver and see what we find. I'm guessing where that heartbeat is where we're going to be heading. No, not down there. Okay, I wasn't expecting to go this way. I was expecting it to take us where that heartbeat was. Made the jump. Okay. Smell's still going this way. What are we going to find? That's the question. Wouldn't it be more than just the ghouls themselves? Right, where are you going? Heading this way. Oh, there's a house.
Whatever filth lives here sure chose an unusual place for its lair.
Yeah.
Creature can use tools. Means it's sapient, or just plain clever.
I'm going sapient then. I would guess. What else we got?
Human skulls in a magic circle. Monsters clearly using them, drawing strength from the place of power.
Okay, what is it we're going to be up
doing
against?
some cooking. Yes, it's a human femur. A child's. Gotta be a grave hag.
Oh, so we got
to draw the power through them.
Oh wow.
Confidence grew enough it started.
Okay, we're taking on a grave hag then.
Need to take the skulls. Force it to go back to the cemetery. I'll get it there. Piss it off. Now to lay low in the cemetery. It's likely to crawl out after dark.
Okay, so we're heading back to the cemetery with the skulls. And we're going to leave them in there and hide and wait for it to come back from after dark. So a grave hag. I don't think we've dealt with a grave hag. We've done a water hag. I don't think we've done a grave hag as of yet. So this could be interesting. I'm hoping they're similar to the water hags in terms of how we take them down. But I suppose we shall find that out as we get to it. Cemetery's around this way. But I think the child that's gone missing is already dead, by the sounds of it. They were cooking the child's femur in their pot and drawing power from it. I'm guessing we're not going to be saving the child. A lot of hairs around, isn't there? Okay. Before we go in there, let's just see if we... I don't think we have taken one on. A grave hag, but let's see if we've got anything similar. To guess kind of what we're going to need to go up against. Grave hag, there we go. We haven't done one before. I think this is new. We've done a water hag. So... black blood would be a nice potion to use. Necrophagel, which I've already got. The Yrden sign and the Quen sign are both good against it. Not signs I use, to be fair. Yrden being a magical trap, and the Yen sign, Quen sign, protective shield. And we'll put it on, just so we're ready. Okay. Skulls are in place. Necrophagel is already on the sword, so we should be good there. And I think it's coming. That is the grave hag behind us.
Thief. Skulls he stole. My skulls. Ought to dig up his own.
There she is. Right on cue.
Okay. The magical trap there helped, I think, a little bit there. Took the damage first time round. Packs a punch. I've got to be a bit careful here. Try and time our attacks. There you go, broke the shield. I wonder if magical trap might help us here. Yrden sign. If we can get it into a magical trap, that might help us here. There we go. Yeah, I think it kind of helped. I don't know what he did to it. He didn't like the magical trap, did it? What if it takes more damage because it's in the magical trap? Watch out for that tongue. I need to be very careful here with health. I'm trying to recover health at the same time. Oh! Try not to over attack. I need to change sign and back to shield, I think. Just for them times we do get caught. The shield will protect us for a hit. So like that, so we've managed to get a counter hit in. And the shield helped us massively there. Stay out of the way of that. We're doing okay. Broke her shield. Oh, we got caught there though. Magical shield has been broken again. They went straight away there. I think this necrophage oil has actually helped us no end. Because I think we've done more damage because of that. I'm waiting for the push. If it pushes at me, we should be able to get countering. There we go. We have managed to kill it. And we gained a sword from it as well. That is the Grave Hag defeat. I think the necrophage oil made a big difference there. Thanks for the like, guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think without the necrophage oil, it would have taken us a lot longer to defeat that, to be fair. Right, before we leave, let's just quickly grab shrubs that are around. I did say last stream we do need to get a bit more into alchemy, so it's something we need to be looking at sooner rather than later. Right, what sword did we just gain? So the Adon Dife. So I've got a bit of money this sword. I think I'm starting to think anything that is a relic I'm going to put in our chest if we're not using it and keep it, rather than sell them. Only because I think they're quite cool. So this one isn't as good as the one we're using. The necrophage oil on ours has run out, to be fair. But it does give you a lot more different sign intensities, a chance to freeze as well as on there. It's quite a cool sword. Just unfortunately our Whitewood of the Valley of Flowers is better. Unfortunately there. We did gain trousers, but they're less than we are. We probably need to fix all our gear sooner rather than later. We've got a greater runestone as well. Adds 5% chance of stun. We haven't really used them, other than our steel weapon, we haven't really used them that much, to be fair. You can also use them on armour as well. Again, something we haven't really looked at that much. And now we have roaches carrying all our different trophies for us. So we can go back now and hand in this mission. I do want to change food. Take that off. Raw meat. That'll do us. Quite a bit of that, so that will keep us going for a while. Alchemy wise, we do need to be looking at making bombs and things sooner rather than later. It's something we haven't really had much practice at or done much of. Oils especially. Cursed oil. I don't think we've got a cursed oil, have we? Let's make that. Just because we've got the ingredients, it's worth having. We also need to learn how to make other different potions and things. Again, it's not something we've really had a look at yet. So we need to head back to hand this mission in. So good old Roach is here to take us back. We can head back to the Gravedigger, hand in, and we get the extra money we bargained for as well. That wasn't too bad a contract, to be honest. I think we did pretty well pretty quickly. I wouldn't expect to finish something as quick as that. But I think the oil made a massive difference. All these little things you can do to make your life easier. As long as you prepare properly, and like any good Witcher, you have to prepare for your fights. Thanks for the like, but it was much appreciated.
Hear about the job?
And?
It's taken care of. It was a grave hag that dug up the graves and snatched the child.
Aye? So, how is the little tyke?
Dead.
Child's dead.
Oh, 'tis as I thought.
Yeah, there's no way around
What
those.
about my reward?
Oh, I've not forgotten, nay. Here you go. Thanks much for your help.
There we go.
Take care.
That is the content. We should level up to level 11 as well, I think. If we get the right amount of XP. Level 11. We've got a skill point to spend. And there we go. There's a 240 experience points. So, we have leveled up to level 11. 260 crowns. We've got an extra 20 crowns after trying to bargain with the guy to get more money. So if we look at our quest, level 10 is Pyres of Novigrad. We've got to go and visit Triss in her house. That's where we're heading next then. We can also look for Ciri in Novigrad as well. I'm not too worried about the fist contracts, the fighting in a ring. We have a level 12 Swamp Thing contract to do, but we'll do that when we hit level 12 or when we finish the level 10 mission. We always do the lowest level mission first. And we have a skill point to spend, so we are upgrading these signs currently. The yard sign we put on there last time was its first upgrade, to be fair. Telekinetic Blast. It's either that or we upgrade Delusion, which helps us. In theory, we can use it on enemies, but you can use it on people in the dialogue as well, and sometimes get yourself out of a fight without fighting. We haven't got an extra one open, another slot open, so there's no point doing anything else at this point while we still need another slot. Yeah, there's no point until we can get another slot, which is level 12. We could save, we might actually save, if we save our talent point, we can wait until we get another slot, potentially. I think that might be worthwhile, to be fair. Because everything else, at the minute, everything's working okay. I don't think there's much point in messing around too much with what we're using. And anything that's not on the right-hand side, we're not using even if we upgraded it. Although we could upgrade that. We'll see how we go. So if the mission is sending us to Novigrad, where are we heading? We do need a blacksmith at some point, and we also need somewhere to grab our stuff that we still have in a chest. Novigrad is all the way up here. Somewhere we've not been. There is a chest there, a stash that we can pick up our gear from. We haven't been that far north as of yet, so that's something new. So we could fast travel the Hangman's Tree and head north from there. I think we've got the papers to cross the bridge now, so we should be good going that way. Before we head there, there is a mission down here I would like to pick up. So we'll fast travel close to it and pick it up, just so we've got it on us. Where is our message? Through the village. It may be too high a level, but I'd rather have the missions for us to go back and do at another time than leave it and wish we'd picked it up earlier. Okay, so let's fast travel to the nearest point to where that mission is, which is over here. And as I say, we're probably too low a level, but it's worth giving it a go. We were here previously for a mission, which is why we know this location. Dijike, good evening, how are you? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, apologies, hope I didn't. Some Nilfgaardian soldiers having a bit of trouble. Okay, let's see if we can quickly pick this up. I'm not saying we're not going to get there and have to defeat something. I'm hoping it's a mission we can just do later on. We were here for a mission. We had to clear out creatures from here previously. Right, there are things around us. Wolves, more than likely.
You didn't bring but a single scurvy run.
There's an illusion here.
He cursed us. We're doomed. Sour wine.
What have we just found?
As much as mine.
Okay. Oh God. I don't know what we've just found, to be fair.
Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure.
No idea. Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you supposed to be?
The local peasant folk call me the Old God.
Can think of quite a few other more fitting nicknames.
Now you listen to me, Witcher. Have you no other duties? Missions? Swamp's dangerous. Gotta share a true terrace. Tend to them. I am no one.
He harms no one. That's all we can say to him.
Farewell.
We'll leave him be. He's not harming us. So there's no point. I'm assuming we get to do something maybe later with him, potentially. The chest there, is that stealing? It's not stealing. Yeah, weird. Okay. Now I'm assuming our mission is to do with these two. So let's find out what it's about.
Doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly.
Ah,
Right. Know him. Personally, even.
Tain't true, is it? You seen him with your own gawkers.
your offerings, what was wrong with them?
So, what's wrong with your offerings?
We may need to go and
You
speak to
mark
him in a
us,
minute.
You can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times, and they're like to get worse.
Old God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
So he's playing on their misfortunes then.
I could intercede on your behalf with this all-god of yours. Got a feeling
He claims he
we've come
wasn't
to
hurting
understanding.
anyone. Maybe not in the physical sense, but in the other sense, greedy god. I have tracked the quest. What level is this quest? 7. Okay, so it's an earlier mission. Obviously, we've just picked it up, so we're going to go and speak to the All God and interject on their behalf and kind of put him in his place. Hopefully, we don't have to kill him. I'd rather not have to fight him.
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
I've got an idea. I'm going to kill you. We've got 2 choices. We can ask him Binny along first. I'm going to kill you, or settle for humble offerings, or die. Learn a bit more first.
For a century or so? One winter I found
It's not much of a choice, is it?
built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
I'm not even too sure what kind of beast it is.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, Demanding prayers and offerings, given naught in return? I talk at least.
I like to look at beastry. Right. I'm not just going to kill him. I'm going to give him a chance to not prey on the villagers as much.
Listen here, lard ass. You gotta be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Reformers. No, fine.
I know, he's alright.
Up more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
It's always nice when you can do it amicably and not have to kill someone or something. If he doesn't mind us taking some of the stuff that people have donated, then I'm more than happy to take it. Okay, let's go and talk to the peasants again and explain. We've come to an understanding.
Anything new?
Talk to your old god, face to face.
Nice quick mission at least.
Will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the All God's merciful understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Did you know there's a crypt below? I'll just tell her about the crypt.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? I want to take a look sometime. Architecture is fascinating.
So we've told the peasants exactly where the All God is. There could be a consequence to that later on though, that's the downside. We've already seen the consequences of our actions previously, in the last stream, last weekend actually. We saw the consequence of our actions. And we may come across our consequences again in the future because of that. Bit of money from it though. So, we'll head back to the fast travel point, which will be the signpost along here. We're heading to Novigrad next. We're visiting Triss in our house in Novigrad. Before we get there, I want to check one thing. What state is our armour in? Do we need to get it fixed before we travel? Because we may come across some fights along the way. We're fine for space and weight. So that's all good. 98% on the armour. Sword is 75% and 73%. That's not. We've lost 5 damage on our steel sword because of its what state it's in. But we should be okay. So we're going to head to the nearest point we can to Novigrad, which will be over north over here. Hangman's Tree, which is actually where we start. No, it's not where we start. I think that's a different tree then. I was trying to think where we start the actual game, to be fair. We'll give it a quick save as well. And then we will head to Novigrad. We'll obviously use Roach. If there's any villages and stuff on the way, we'll stop. I can't save my game right now. Okay. It's a bit weird. So we are heading immediately north. There is a shopkeeper there. Probably not worth stopping at the shop. I don't think we're going to get anything from it. Travel through here and head north. I think there won't be a village to head to first. I think it'd be straight to Novigrad. See Triss. We'd like to go and get a stash as well since we've leveled up and get new gear. And that's kind of roughly the way we're going. Let's get Roach here as well. Why can't I save? I can now. I've just been too quick with the good old buttons there. So if we come across anything on the way, we'll stop and have a look. Bandits and stuff, we'll fight. We'll put Igni back on. But yeah, we're on our way to Novigrad. We'll obviously be coming back to this neck of the woods in the future. But there's two things to do here. One is to retrace Ciri's steps. Am I heading the right way? The problem with the map is like, no, it's just the way it's wanting us to go, and the arrow system isn't brilliant. Yeah, so we can retrace Ciri's steps in Novigrad, but we can also visit Triss as well. I think we're going straight across here, aren't we? Remember? I literally just looked at the map. Should know where we're heading. Got to be on the lookout. There will be bandits around. We can be attacked. There is actually enemies here. It's red on the map. It's below us, strangely. There is a shop over there. I'm not too worried about that. We've got official papers to cross over into Novigrad now, which we failed the first time we tried to get these.
Not your lucky day.
Oh, there's a bandit there. That's right, there's a bandit.
You'll regret your
Calm down,
I just chopped his head off. That was one foul swing. Do need to jump off the horse quickly and grab whatever this guy dropped. I didn't mean to just chop his head off like that, but it kind of just happened. He didn't have anything decent on him, to be fair. Yeah, that was over pretty quickly. Didn't mean to chop his head off in one foul swoop. It was meant to be, you know, just attack him as normal. Okay, so we're heading north. We're going to cross this bridge. I think we have to show papers when we cross. We did attempt to get papers earlier in the game. But failed the quest to do so because we didn't protect the person's brother who was going to give us the ability to cross. We've since managed to get the ability to cross the Baron before he died. So we have now we are able now to cross, I believe. We're about to find out. I don't know why it's telling us to go backwards in terms of which path to take. We may as well go the official way. I may need to walk across though, looking at this. Either that or this bridge is closed. We're about to find out. Although we're a Witcher, I don't think many people are going to say no to us. Okay, the gate is closed.
Halt!
There we go.
No passage. Bridge is closed.
Because
King Radovid said it should be. Won't let
We've got a
anyone
pass.
through,
We're
don't have a
okay.
pass.
We've got a pass.
perfect. Just so happens I have a pass.
What? Let me see.
It's a good thing we try and do everything we can before moving
Never
on.
know. All right, move on.
So we're allowed through. Everyone else is stuck there in the midst of war, not allowed to go through, and we're allowed in. So this is a new place for us. This is a new area we've not actually been to before. I'm assuming there's nothing. I can loot, but I don't know if it's stealing. I don't like to steal. I'm trying to hold off taking stuff we shouldn't. Where is it? Oh, it wants me to go onto the bridge, doesn't it? There you go. We'll go that way, shall we then? Again, there's stuff to pick up all alongside us, but I just don't want to be done for stealing. Especially not when there's those soldiers everywhere. So this will be... We have seen Radovid's men previously, but this is more their homeland. They're actually going to war further down south where we've just been. So this is a different area in that regard. It will look different, be different, the people will be different. So we're heading north into the big town of Novigrad, which is there. And continuing the main story that way. Let's call Roach. Seems we're in a good place. I don't know if we're going to come across as many bandits and things on this road to Novigrad. I would expect not, considering how close the soldiers are and stuff. You never know. This will be a brand new city we've not been to yet. We haven't really been to many cities, really. And we get to see Triss Marigold, which I can't remember how much we've seen her currently. Probably not much to now, to be fair. But there are plenty of places to visit and to explore here as well. Honestly, if we pass through somewhere, we'll have a look. But generally, I think we should stick to where we're heading for the moment, as it is main story. We don't want to get too over leveled compared to main story, if we can avoid it. So we try and do the lowest mission first. What is this place we're heading to? This is Darim Castle. It's a bit run down, doesn't it? There could be some gear there, to be fair, but I think we're okay with what we've got for the minute. Right. You have to keep checking the map, because so many different roads take you so many different ways. There are bridges into Novigrad here. I want to go to our stash house if we can. That's quite an important thing for us to go and grab. There are missions to grab here and there, but if we'll head this way first. I think if we head left at this road marker, we'll go and grab the first lot of missions as we pass through this, whatever this section is. And I want to say it's a town because it's just before the city. Outer city, possibly. We'll grab the notice board from there. And at least then we may have some more missions to do sooner rather than later. And I want to get to our stash because we can change a lot of our gear at our stash. So the people dress a little bit differently here. I'd like to see if there's a blacksmith. Because if there is, we can sell some of these weapons and stuff we've picked up. Where is the notice board here? Oh, okay, we're going the wrong way, but we're left. The notice board will be just through here. We'll grab any missions on there. It'll also give us points of interest as well, which is always handy to have. There's a lot more dwarf people here, actually, as well, than we saw previously down south. This is Glory Gate. So if I missed the mission, the notice board, I have. Notice board in the centre. What we'll do is leave Roach here for a second. We'll run into the centre and just grab the missions off the notice board. It looks to be in the main part of this. I want to say a hamlet, but I'm not sure if it will be. It's more outer city, isn't it? More flowers around than there were previously, though. Got merchants here, so there'll be a few people we can probably trade with. Let's grab missions though, just in case. Okay, I will give it a chance to catch itself back up. Let's have a quick check what the merchant's got while we're here. There is a Witcher contract as well, and another one. So these are things we'll come back and have a look at. Free contracts to do. They're Witcher contracts, so they're the best way of us earning money, is Witcher contracts.
Hello, fella. Well met.
Okay, we can't actually trade with anyone here at the minute by the looks of things. Right. We'll probably leave Reach behind for the minute, actually. Once we're over the bridge, we're in the city. I don't think we can really ride in the city that easily. We'll begin there. Okay, Roach. Yeah, you can stay there, Roach. At least we'll be able to fast travel a little bit easier as well. Now we're getting a few of them bits popped up. Elvis, good evening. How are you? Okay, settled areas. In settled areas such as cities, villages and camps, paths tend to be narrow and obstacles numerous. For this reason, your maximum movement speed in these locations is limited. It's the first time we've seen that.
Trouble?
Oh, there's actually something in the water here to pick up, according to that. Just see it come up over there. There's something in the water. I don't know what that is. But since we're here, let's have a look. I don't know if it's these barrels here. Oh, there's a load of stuff in the barrels. That is a lot of gear, armor and all sorts. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting us to find something underwater, but no, that is what that marker was. Stuff in the barrels. Anything else under the water I should know about? Not by the looks of it. Yeah, that's all them looted. Someone's obviously left treasure underwater. I've just taken it all. I'll take it though. When we get to our stash, where we get our new weapons and armor, which is based on the Netflix series, which we can now access since we're level 11, we'll have a good look at what we've got and what we haven't got. Purchasing completed, which I thoroughly recommend. If you've never played it before, I would thoroughly recommend it. Yeah, it's still up there with my favourite games of all time. There's so much depth, and decisions have consequences as well, which is, for me, is really important. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially for £20 for the complete edition. I don't think you can really go wrong, can you? Alright. Our stash is in here. There it is. So this is our stash. So in here, we have the Netflix armor, which was given away as part of the Netflix series, and the game being added, they added things too, including the armor. So the nine-tailed vixen silver sword is one of the things we can now use. The nine-tailed vixen steel sword. That is a blade that I didn't want to get rid of. Dwarven axe and the original stuff. And the white tiger of the west armor. This is all new armor. This won't last long. I'm sure after a while we'll find better armor. But for the time being, it's Netflix gear. We'll use it until we find better. But I don't want to sell anything that's a relic. So the swords here, Sword of a Thousand Flowers, was Netflix as well. Add Death we got from defeating a creature a little while ago. Now, we will come out of that quickly and have a look at our gear itself and decide. So we actually just found this in the lake. The Verdant Archer's Gambeson. We're going to change our gear for the White Tiger, the West armor. Can we look at... So armor's 19 higher. Gives us an extra 75 vitality. That's quite big, to be fair. Resistance would lose... we're actually gaining resistance. That's not too bad at all. So that's that. We'll have a look at everything else in a second. Boots as well. We are losing a little bit of resistance to creatures. It's not a massive loss. I'm not sure I like the look of it, to be fair. But like I said, I don't think we'll be wearing it very long. And the trousers for the same set of armour is all bonuses. Looks a bit weird. I'll give you that. I wasn't expecting it to look that weird. How much does it weigh? But it will probably be our best armour. It's very heavy. That's not a good thing. It is very heavy. We did just find this. It is a relic. So again, I probably won't sell it. We'll stick it in our chest while we're here. It does give decent resistances, but it is less than what we're wearing. Combat's pretty cool. It's the buttons for it can be confusing because square and triangle, your attack buttons, light and fast. Dodging is pretty good. Combat's one of those things where you're up against creatures. You have to try and work out. You can look for your beastry, but you try and learn what's good against them, from oils that you can put on your sword to give you a better chance to beat them, to what signs you could cast that would help you. So there's quite a bit of that into it. You need to prepare. If you ever watch the Netflix series or know anything about The Witcher, they always prepare for their creature fights before they get to them. And the game's like that as well, to be fair. You do have to plan ahead. Okay. So everything else we picked up. Oh, van braces. There we go. I'm not a massive fan of this armor. It's very heavy, especially compared to what we were just wearing. We were using medium armor. It's still medium armor, actually, just a lot heavier. I take it with nothing better. No. Okay. Weapon-wise, we've got the two new swords to use. The nine-tailed Vixen steel sword. We compare it. Obviously, we have put in runes on the other one. Not that it matters. We're going to lose some. But again, I don't want to lose any of this relic stuff, just because I don't like selling anything. Alpha Strike, good evening. How are you? So for the stash, we're going to put in the swords we've just stopped using, the Witcher gear, plus the Gambeson we just picked up. At some point, I may sell it, but or anything Witcher based, I don't like selling. So all of these cavalry trousers, these we will sell at the first opportunity. And now everything in here now is stuff we've used, but we're not high enough level for. This one we need to be level 15 to use a dwarven axe. So we'll see if that's still useful to us when we get to that level. But nothing else in here is actually useful currently. But I don't want to sell any of the Witcher gear. The arrows we can't use until we're higher level, 13 and 15 for the different types of arrows. And the actual crossbow itself, we need to wait till we're 18 for that. Nothing else I really want to stick in there. I think we're all good. Yeah, I think we're all good. Yeah, not particularly keen on the look of the armor compared to what we're just wearing, but it's better protection for us. But I'm pretty sure we'll get through it fairly quickly and want new stuff fairly soon anyway. Most gear doesn't last very long at low level. We'll soon find better stuff. But this is from the Netflix series, what was linked to the game. Just been up and about. Good Alpha Strike. Yeah, I'm doing better than I was yesterday. I overdid it last week in terms of streaming too much. Especially in the evenings. I need to put a gap between the different streams. Rather than trying to stream every night. I just can't do it. Not with not sleeping during the day, during the evening anyway. So, but we live and learn. So we're heading to see Triss in her house. This is a main story mission. We've done every mission below this. There's also a quest to pick up here. I love the fact people react to you in this as well. So we're a Witcher. Everyone can see we're a Witcher, not by how we dress, but our eyes and things like that. So they all react to you differently. The preacher does have a mission for us. Let's have a look at what he's got for us first.
Courage to repeat that slander to my face.
Readily. You are a mutant.
You enter your friend's game and his team. Oh, that's not good. They lost.
Relic of a bygone age that should be
You're drunk as a skunk, Elvis. Nice. He's playing Ultima Alliance. Oh, nice. You're mutant, a freak, a useless relic of bygone age. We burn like we would branch. How many people's lives have you saved? It's pretty tactful.
How many people's lives have you saved? From Bruxay, from Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many?
We could kill him instantly, but there's no point. Play it nice.
Think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth. Put all are at him and his tail slinks between his legs.
That's the better way to be. Make him look a fool in front of the people. Be the bigger man at times. Again, that could come back and haunt us later. We've already seen the consequence of our actions in the last stream with the Baron, so that could have really bad consequences for the preachers. They may dislike us and come after us. We just don't know. Or would Spider-Man be about spider powers? A boy. I don't know. What would he be? Okay, so the witch hunters are here, and they're burning people at the stake. Well, that's not a good thing. We have killed the witch hunters previously when they did attack a friend of ours.
Survive the holy fire. The holy fire enlightens.
Yeah, what would he be about his powers then?
Behold the flame of grace and
I love the fact that they say no evil can survive the fire. Well, of course no one can.
Slow burning. You'll beg for
He'll be a man.
all the voices known to you. I want to live like you. Help to be kind folk, please.
So a completely different area, this Novigrad town, city, compared to where we've just been previously further south, where smaller hamlets and towns rather than cities, and everyone there has a different way of living. And obviously Geralt de Riviere knows a lot of witches, isn't going to be pleased by this. But here the witch hunters live out in the crowds because the King of Novigrad allows them to. The King of Novigrad himself doesn't like witches.
Smell the eyes in the air.
So that is a We've just got a few new entries to people we know now. Witch hunters and things. Okay. There is missions to pick up nearby, it does say that, but we'll have a look at that in a second. But let's have a look at that now. So we did pick up, we're still visiting Triss in her house. We just came across this on the way to there. We picked up some new missions in the bit just before we got into the city. Let's just check the Witcher contracts. Try and do anything that's below the lowest level mission next. They're all higher, so that's all good. There is some more to pick up here as well. Let's go and see Triss. That is the reason we're here. Although something's happened here. Not familiar with your channel. Have you done The Last of Us? I haven't done Last of Us. No, that's currently in the vote for next game, but it's losing to Jedi currently. And we haven't done Plague Tale. No, that's something I've looked at and want to do. Just it all depends on the votes on the community page. To be fair, we do a vote for next main live stream game, and whatever you guys pick is what we do. So is whatever wins that vote. But the current vote will end as soon as we platinum Hogwarts Legacy, and The Last of Us is only got 25%, with Jedi Fallen Order 50%. So currently we're going to be doing Jedi Fallen Order next, unless the vote changes between now and when we platinum. Unless it changes between now and when we platinum Hogwarts Legacy, to be fair. No worries, Alpha Strike. Have a good evening. Thank you for dropping by and saying hello. Much appreciated, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Alpha Strike. They're looted. It's time to get lost, shall we?
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1.
This is meant to be Triss's house.
2.
Ooh, look, he thinks he can scare us off.
3.
Right, we're fighting.
Keep it together, lads.
This is a fist fight. We're not using swords against these two. Who's going to take the punch? Oh, I'm taking a few hits. 2 on 1, it's a bit difficult when you haven't got the thing. Hang on, let's change our signs. Let's influence the opponent's mind with the Axie sign. There we go, one's now under a bit of control. He was for a minute anyway. Gives us time to go 1-on-1, essentially.
Ever fight a Witcher?
I don't think they have fought a Witcher before, to be fair. Makes the fight a little bit easier when it's 1-on-1. Taking a few hits though. It's easier with a sword. Combat is so much easier when you've got a sword and you've got the Igni sign to burn people really simply and easily. Humans don't respond quite well to the Igni sign, that's why fights when you use them are so much easier. Right, I think I just knocked one out.
No more, please.
Any female gamers enjoy watching on YouTube? Yeah, we've got some female subscribers that drop by and say hello. Why is she in hiding? What has happened to Triss? That's the question.
Cracking down. All mages are fair game.
Yeah, they round them up like rats.
So she's gone into hiding because Triss is a witch.
Someone's got to know more.
Yeah, we've got a few that subscribe to the channel and pop by and say hello and join us in the streams. Elvis? I'd look for her in Putrid Grove.
Putrid Grove.
Yeah, it's not the best name, is it?
Names go.
A hive of scum and freakery if there ever was one. No decent folk show their hides there.
That why you think I should look for my friend there?
Oh, I meant no offence.
Putrid Grove.
I wouldn't say I've got one. A favourite console game of all time. Mainly because I think it's too subjective. You know, I've enjoyed quite a lot of games recently. Ghost of Tsushima was incredible. The Witcher, this is incredible as far as I'm concerned.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief, follow it.
The Assassin's Creed franchise is one of my favourite franchises. You know, so I think it's too subjective to say one game. There's different genres and things. So I've probably got a group that I'd say are my favourite games.
It's a moniker. Yeah. for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects.
What about yourself? What's your favourite game then?
Menga himself don't even go to the Grove.
Someone call for me.
Here we go, Witch Hunters.
It's Menga.
Temple Guard.
Oh, they're not. Are they not Witch Hunters? I thought they were Witch Hunters. They're Temple Guard.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
And he's arresting the people for looting.
What's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well, sorcerers, mages of all types are outlaws.
But by law, the Temple Guard takes possession of their belongings, and the rule of law still holds in Novigrad.
Of course it does. Days Gone. See, that's one of the games I haven't played yet, and I want to get to. Yeah, I need to get to Days Gone.
You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
It's about their hearing, not sense of smell.
Got nothing to do with their sense of smell. It's about their hearing.
Well, well. Man knows his bats. Here I thought you only cared about monsters. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them. Novigrad's no place for your kind.
Who's it for then?
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who's it a place for?
Righteous folk professing.
Yeah, I do want to do Days Gone at some point. It's just time and getting to it. Zombie open world game. Yeah, I've looked at it quite a few times. It's never got to it. It's been on the vote a few times and not won. I may do episodic with it rather than live stream, I think. Once we finish some of the other things we're doing.
Every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air.
So magic is not welcome in Novigrad, and that includes the witches. Even though they're not magic, they're mutants, but they're not welcome according to the city guard. You can see the prejudice, can't you? That's the thing. Okay. We need to go and look for the thieves on the main square and carefully follow them. Can I actually loot? I can. Is there anything else to pick up while we're here? We know the person whose stuff this is, so, you know, I don't see the issue with taking it. So a diagram for crafting. House has been well and truly ransacked. Anything else here to pick up? Oh, what's this? There's a examine the brush.
Only ever known Triss to use one like this.
Okay, we'll quickly just take what we can from the house. We know it's Triss's house. There may be nothing here next time we come back.
Herbs, roots. Triss turned to healing.
Especially if the city guard have anything to do with it. I did try looting that. There we go. Grapes and dried fruit. All stuff that will come in useful for us. And considering the city guard's going to requisition all of this, I can't see it as stealing.
Amulets are emanating magic. Gotta be Triss's. She was allergic to potions.
So we know Triss was here. We've got lots of clues to the fact she was here. There's another floor actually. May have to admit to her later, we've just ransacked the place after someone else ransacked it first. Dumpling. Dried fruit. There's a few things here we'll probably end up selling.
Triss's. Never knew her to drop them on the floor.
Of course not, it's been ransacked. What's this over here though? Rose of Remembrance.
All dried up.
Got a feeling the Rose of Remembrance may be useful later on. Anything else left? Put the case. Okay, I think we're good. I think that's everything kind of we could taken. So we need to go to the main square and find the thieves and follow them to hopefully lead us to where Triss is staying safe. That's the aim. But yeah, definitely something I want to do sooner rather than later. It's just takes a time. We've got a lot of things on the go at the minute. We need to wait for things to finish. And as for the main live stream game, that comes down to you guys and your picks more than mine. Origins probably. If you go for the open world ones, I'd say Origins is probably the better one out of all of them. But then I enjoyed Valhalla, to be fair. I know a lot of people didn't, but I enjoyed Valhalla. Yeah, Origins was pretty good. But then I did like Odyssey as well. I think Origins did it best. Yeah, Origins did it best. Okay, hang on. Who are we following? Townsman, Traveller.
What next? Discretionary
Look for thieves on the main square and carefully follow them. Okay, we'll find a thief, and then follow them.
Don't touch me.
Traveller doesn't want touching.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Right, we need to stay further back.
Stop.
That guy there. Oh. The guy who just... So, the guy that's gone over here has just stolen from that stall. So we're going to follow him and stay as far back as we can. Because if he sees us, he'll probably make a run for it. We don't want that. There he is. Yeah, so I think Origins did it best, even though it was the first one, but I did really enjoy Valhalla as well, and Odyssey I enjoyed. I didn't have an issue with any of those.
Sir, be merciful. Give us a crown, eh? My mum's sick, and if I don't feed her, well, she's like to die.
Gods always play. Ragnarok is really good as well. God of War Ragnarok is really good. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy Origins. But then I think Valhalla's really good as well. They're all really good games, to be fair, Elvis. This guy wants us to give him some money. I obviously think he's playing with us. Where will I find the King of Beggars?
Alright, I'll give you some coin, but you gotta tell me where the Putrid Grove is.
I don't know that. Keep your coin, I don't know a thing. Move on. Be gone!
It was worth a shot. If we're going to give money to someone, we've got to get the information out of him in exchange. Right, the guy we're following is over there. So we've got to be a bit careful not to get too close. Okay. And we're meant to be carefully following him, so I'm trying not to be too close, so he doesn't know we're behind him. Okay, they've just swapped over then, haven't they? The guy to the right is who we've got to follow now then, I think. And again, we don't want to get too close. They've just swapped money. So we'll take it slow. I think that's... Thanks for the like, Willow, much appreciated. But yeah, any of those three Elvis I think you'd enjoy. We have quite a lot of games on the go on the channel at the minute. Never was my intention to have that many games. But I think we do alright with them all. I think we are a good, decent mix. And they're all good games, but I can only play one at a time to fully enjoy it. It is definitely a tough choice. With those three as your choice, that is a very tough choice. Thing is, if you do Origins, you should read your Odyssey before you do Valhalla, from the modern day story to make sense. And the modern day story of the Assassin's Creed franchise is actually the most important storyline, as that's what ties everything together. But then God of War Ragnarok, have you played God of War 4? Because I kind of feel you need God of War 4 to get a lot of the hints and references to God of War Ragnarok as well. Okay, still got a guy in our sights, he is still ahead of us. Hoping he's taking us where we need to go, otherwise this is a long walk for not very much. Oh, good evening, how are you? How are things going? Right, he's still ahead of us. Still got my eye on him. Can't go too close, I've kind of got a bit too close there. Right, he's going into that building there. So that, I'm guessing, is the King of Beggars hideout. And that's where we need to get into, I think. I just approach. Just watching him do his thing.
Officer, taking a rest from witch hunting.
Greetings, Your Honor.
Oh, well, the guys walked away. Let's knock on the door and see if they'll let us in instead. He did Odyssey and God of War 5. Oh, nice. So yeah, the story will make sense then. Although the modern day story for Origins is before the Odyssey one. Yeah, not bad, thank you. Not bad at all. How are you going? Thanks for the like, much appreciated as there was.
Open up.
Will we get seen by the King of Beggars?
Who are you and what you want?
Can't tell. What have you got back there? We'll ask the question.
Sightseeing. Kinda curious about what's beyond this gate.
My brother-in-law was curious. Worms been
Computer's buffering, is it? Oh, that's not good. Is it the stream buffering or is it your signal?
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated killer me.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Now the password, get him free. Don't worry. Gotta contribute.
Yeah, I don't know what the password is.
Don't know the password.
Pay up then.
Sports. I can't physically play anything now, but I watch all sports. To be fair, athletics, football, rugby, cricket, wrestling. Yeah, basically I'll watch most F1. I'll watch most sports, and I used to play quite a lot of them years ago. There's your computers, Earl. But how are things for you, Earl? Are you okay? We can use our hard side and convince them to let us in for nothing.
I won't pay. Let me in.
There we go. That sign works. He will let us in for nothing.
Sir.
It's nice having that upgraded so we can use it just to convince people to do our bidding for us when needed. You're in a day shelter. That's not good, Earl. No worries, Earl. Okay, no worries. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello. They're much appreciated. Look after yourself, Earl, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye, Earl. Thanks for checking in, though. Much appreciated. Right. We're going to meet the King of Beggars. Yeah, I think we are going in here, actually.
Convince those knaves on the city council that spells aren't needed on a whim.
No, not in here. Sometimes it's difficult to work out where you should be going. Especially when all the buildings are close together. Right, we're heading into this doorway. I remember we're looking for Triss.
More and more people come to our secret.
About time we made
I think we found her.
Sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine without the help of you or any other mages. But you, well, without our help, you're sitting ducks for the temple guard. Who do I spy?
Geralt?
And that is Triss Marigold.
Triss.
See you two know each other. See you two know each other well. I was curious whether you
My name's Steve.
find me, Witcher.
Or Stephen, but I go by Steve. I've not been called Stephen for many, many years. But yeah, no, it's not a secret, Earl.
Your spies tell you I was looking for the Putrid Grove?
My skull would be a home for bottom-feeding
Yeah,
riverfish
Steve.
if I didn't keep an ear to the ground. And please, Putrid Grove, ugly name for our cosy little hideout, wouldn't you say?
So what do you call this place? The Putrid
So what
Grove,
would
isn't
you
it?
call this
Isn't
town?
its real
I
name?
know. The Garden of Liberty, maybe?
For a man who shakes down beggars and thieves for tribute, you're quite the romantic.
You say tribute, I say taxes. You say thieves, I say hard-working.
This guy's definitely got an answer for everything, hasn't he?
See, Witcher, I've got plans. Big plans. Far-reaching plans to reshape this city head to toe.
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City Council is a puppet troupe with a hierarchy of the Church of the Eternal Fire as its puppeteer. Until recently, that is, when Radovid...
So the UDL was a group of us that got together to play games as a group. it was designed to be a group of people that worked different shifts, had different jobs, and if you was ever online or needed someone to chat to, and you just wanted to play and just talk to someone, there was always someone that was able to join in. So it stands for the Undead League, which was a mate of mine set it up. But it was a group of us that would get together, that would game together, chat if we needed to, unload, that kind of stuff. It's kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit because people have moved on with families and things. But yeah, that's what it was set up originally for, was just a group of us that could, if you ever went online, there was always someone there from the group, generally, because we all worked different shifts. So it's just a support mechanism more than anything else.
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city of Novigrad will be truly free. But before that can happen, we got to rid it of superstition.
And they've been,
farting around
to be
about
fair, the group's been
Hallow
really good to me
essence of
since the accident as well, to be fair, so
Nonsense
it's helped me
like
massively.
Apparently not. Cheering.
But that was its original purpose, was
mostly adults.
just to have
Any
other
crowd
blokes you
will
could talk
cheer
to,
the stench of
essentially.
burning flesh. But one day, folk will understand the eternal fire's naught but a leash around their necks.
We don't all game together as much as we used to, I must admit. Especially I don't. Mainly because the channel took over massively.
The last bastion of normality, sanity, reason. I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way to our city. Because it will be our city one day, Geralt. Mark my words.
Yours, plural.
Yeah, mine. And my friends.
This guy seems adamant he'll be
that's
taking
a
over the
tale for
city at some
another
point.
For now, I'll leave you two alone. Because I can see, well, you clearly need it.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along.
So we're going to be escorting Triss on her whatever she's got to do around town, hopefully learning what happened to her. More about that guy as well. Obviously, Triss needs to be careful.
What's your arrangement? He using you?
Helping me to survive.
She is a witch after all,
6
and
months
she's been
ago, somebody
hunted.
said Triss Marigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal. I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago, Triss Marigold parted with someone very dear to her and had to start anew. Hasn't turned out like I imagined. Come on, let me give you a taste of my life.
Madam Sorceress. Beautiful as ever. Damn shame to part.
Don't fret. Bound to be back soon.
The King of Beggars reckons he'll take control at some point in the future. It's going to be interesting to see if that actually comes to pass.
I take it you're in Novigrad on important
No worries,
business.
Elvis. Thank you for dropping by and saying hello. Very much
Doesn't
appreciated.
do it
Thank you for the
justice.
conversation as well.
Looking for someone.
Enjoy the rest of your evening,
Precisely.
and hopefully we'll see you again
Young
soon.
woman.
Thank you,
Looks
Elvis.
like a daughter to me.
Her? Here? No.
So Triss doesn't seem to know about
She
Ciri
was
being
here.
here, and we
There
know
were
she was.
witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Who might know more?
I don't know who would know more, to be fair. Right, let's follow Triss. Definitely a completely different place to where we've been previously in the game. Out in the countryside is just so different to in the city. And the divide between north and south is very evident as well. Have a good weekend as well, Elvis. Thank you, Elvis. Alright, where else is she going to stop?
Hello, Krug. Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say. I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you. Looked up and spied a trio of temple guards coming the other
Okay,
way.
so he's obviously her supplier of magical goods.
Time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight towards me. I don't easily frighten, but I felt a cold sweat on my arse. I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I
Really?
need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink.
Looks like we're going for a swim to retrieve
I'm sure
this by the
it'll turn
sounds of
up
it.
if you search.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
Yeah, we'll go and get it.
I can do that. Where'd you toss the package?
Near the crane. Second bridge in from the harbour.
We've already dived into one river and got some stuff from it.
Wanted to freshen up anyway. Let's go.
Let's go and freshen up in the water, shall we?
They've come for us.
Who's come from?
Break until I began to prick his heels. Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks.
They do some horrible stuff, don't they? The prisoners torture him.
He was devilishly ticklish. I placed a beetle on his belly and set a mug atop it. Damn near went mad.
We were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Take care of yourself, Klug.
So they are trying to catch all these mages and anyone that works with them as well. It's getting harder to stay away from them by the looks of things. I'm not stealing off him. Okay. We're going to escape via the sewers. What else we got down there? Drowners. Where did that drowner just appear from? We're in the sewers, I suppose. It's kind of obvious that he drowned us down here. I was going to say, is Triss not attacking? Right, we defeated the drowner. I was just looking at all the stuff over here, and so I saw this drowner behind us. Right, anything else to pick up? A few things actually. But I can't. This to me isn't stealing because it's in the sewer after all. We do need to change back to Igni. Anything else to pick up?
There's a door. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a lever
Chests
on
over
this
here.
wall to open the secret passage.
We just picked up some decent stuff there. So everything catch back up. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of decent stuff by the looks out of those chests. Let's have a quick look at inventory. There was a new sword. This is the Dwarven Blade, magic item. And we gained assassin trousers, not as good as our current armour, and tracker's gauntlets, which aren't as good as our current armour either. But yeah, got some nice stuff out there, to be fair. Wasn't expecting to get decent stuff like that. Right, let's find what we need here. So the secret passage. We need to find the secret passage and open it using our Witcher senses. So, something over here. What's this? Ah, a little block we can use to open the doorway. There we go.
Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason
Put
so
my
many
sword away
mages
now.
came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain of coin, and winning a war takes three things.
So ready for the sewers, I think. There wasn't much of a long distance to go.
That's why they're exterminating mages, confiscating their property and possessions. And they'll go after none. Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom.
Okay, so we're jumping in the water to try and find a parcel.
He's been forgetful ever since Menga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
She's not jumping in the water, is she?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Right, we're going for a swim, and she is staying put. Right. I can see something on the floor, on the riverbed there. Just over here, I think I saw it. Gotta keep an eye on our oxygen levels. There it is, there's something there. There's a couple of things in the water, actually, to be fair. I don't think that's what she was after. Okay, we gained some more equipment there, but I don't think that was what she was after either. Some diagrams as well for crafting new things. It's always a bonus. Diagram for new oil, that's always important. Okay, what else can we see? I'm using my Witcher sense to see if we can find anything. It's here somewhere, we must be missing it. I bet it's underneath there. Okay. Get some oxygen again. We'll try again. It's around here somewhere. It may be under, in some of these little areas. Can't see anything glowing though, which is what I'd expect. Yeah, I'd expect to be able to see something glowing, to be fair. Can't at the minute. Ah, there's something over here though. What's this? Something the other side of that. I've got to keep an eye on my oxygen level. There we go, leather sacks, we've got it. Got a few different things in there though, to be fair. More than I was expecting to actually manage to achieve. Okay, can we climb up here, I wonder? There we go. Right, let's have a quick look at what else we picked up. Because we picked up other gear that I wasn't expecting in there. So we picked up a new armour. But it's a lot less than ours. So we'll sell that as soon as we can. Plenty of weight though, so I'm not too worried about that. And we did gain some new recipes, so for crafting and for oils. So Draconid oil, I think that's a new one. Hangman's venom. That's a major one. Hangman's venom is major by the looks of that. But a lot of ingredients needed for it. Okay, let's get back to Triss though while we're here. There's a notice board by this. Let's grab the notice board while we're here, because at least I'll put more quests in our log ready for when we're ready for them. The other side. What is the other side? As soon as we see a blacksmith or an armour merchant, we'll be able to sell loads of our goods off, make some money, and get rid of the stuff we're not going to use, and save ourselves some weight. There's a new contract issued there that we'll go and do in the future. Deadly Delights. A lot of these stuff probably we're too lower level currently, but we'll go back to as soon as we can. We always try and do the lowest level mission in our log. She below us. She isn't she? I climbed up out of the water and she's actually below us still. Right, let's tell Triss we've got her stuff back. That's the important thing.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat.
Thank you for the like, brother. Much appreciated.
Oh, my package.
Fedusha, good evening. How are you?
Oh, you're a doll.
Right. We went for a swim. We retrieved Triss's gear.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on. 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Okay. Triss doesn't really want to talk about the past, it seems.
Can't afford a barber, let alone my wares.
Right, there is a blacksmith nearby, so we know we can come back to him and sell a load of stuff off when we're ready to.
Greetings, sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Considering sorceresses are killed on site and, you know, burned on the stake, a lot of people call a sorceress quite openly, which is weird.
Triss, you told this man you're a sorceress?
Of course. She was looking for work. That's her chief asset.
Are you, Triss?
I know it was reckless, but competition's stiff here. No one would hire me if I claimed to be a common rat catcher.
More importantly, no one would believe such a beauty could be an exterminator of rodents. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
She's got to kill a load of rats then.
You and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full
Good evening.
purse.
Brandon & Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
You'll pay in advance. Let's get to work. Half in advance. Half in advance.
You're a merchant, familiar with how commerce works.
Of course. Honest pay for honest work.
Half up front, half once the job's done.
You're asking a great deal.
Are we
I'm
not?
a witcher. Gotta admit, I've met my share of people who say one thing beforehand, another after the fact.
Very well. Your first installment.
There we go. He paid it. Triss needs to learn how to
near anything that looks
really run a business, doesn't she? Right, we've got to place rat traps around the warehouse. Use your witch senses to guide you. We've got to place them around the granary.
I'll cover half the space. You take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Well, the ones I can see straight in front of me.
I know what evidence of manticore activity looks like, but rodents.
Garrett, we'd both rather be somewhere else.
I didn't see the rat straight ahead of me. Is that count activity?
They killed my king. Look for crevices and droppings.
Once we place this incense, what then?
I'll cast a spell and the rats will leave.
Can't do that without sprinkling incense? Don't really feel up to looking for rat shit.
Stop whining.
Right. Well, I can see rats. So surely finding where we need to place the traps, it can't be that difficult. Say this now. Where am I placing it? I'm not seeing a single location to place it as of yet. I'd assume something will show up. There's one. I've got to examine it.
Looks like a good spot. I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no. Notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Yeah.
They want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
If I worried about that sort of thing, I'd starve to death in this city.
It's a good point. He didn't try and get out of paying half up front, did he? Which means once this is done, what is he about to do?
Master monster slayer in the world's largest city. Looking for rat shit. Jeez.
Right, I've got one more to place. So I think we're just looking for the grates here. There we go. This should be our last one. But yeah, strange. It's got. Until he said it, I didn't think about it. But actually, the guy happily paid half up front.
All right.
And didn't really have anything else to say about it.
Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk.
I'm going to talk to her once she's activated the spell. She activated it yet? I don't know if she's activated it.
Well,
there we go.
Now we wait for them to scurry away.
I've got a feeling that guy's up to something.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound. And...
reconciled?
Are you truly just pretending? It's good there aren't bad feelings between us. That one.
Knew a man once who reacted to everything, especially adversity, by mocking it.
Healthy attitude. Must have lived long.
Came a day he lost both his legs in battle. He shrugged, said it was better that way. He'd never feel pain in them again.
I understand him perfectly.
I know. Thing is, he was lying.
That's a good way of looking at things, I must admit.
I think he just didn't have much of a choice.
He could have faced the truth.
We all lie sometimes, but lying to yourself is running away, whereas there's really nowhere to run.
Sometimes you have to escape just to forget. Your friend might have dwelled on his lost legs, but it's not like by grieving he could have grown another pair.
Yeah, she's got a point as well, to be fair.
Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
She's fine.
She's fine.
That's good.
Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
And there's the rats. They're all leaving the granary. Just got to be prepared for what happens when we leave, because there's something not right.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done.
I was going to say, the job's done.
Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if
there
I
we go.
encountered a mage.
We knew there was something else going on.
What have you? Didn't have the heart to refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
Of course it's a trap.
From the start.
We got half the money up front, though.
Your friends were never here. Now pay the rest and let's part in peace.
You don't set the terms, mutant.
You sure about
Stay
that?
out of it. We're here for the witch.
We're inseparable, see? Afraid you'll have to take us
Right,
both.
we're ready to fight.
Geralt.
If you say so.
All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
Okay.
You should have run.
Never mind.
So I'm trying to... I wasn't meaning... I kept pressing the wrong button. Right, there we go, they're all down. I was trying to parry, but I kept pressing the wrong one
If
instead
not
of
for
parrying.
you, we need to find Brandon.
Obviously take their gear. We can sell later. We need to eat. Raw meat will do us good. And we need to find Brandon, who decided to run away. He still owes us half the money for the rats.
Sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up.
I was going to say, to be fair, he told them to kill us.
Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine.
Well, we got double money come the end of it.
Your coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
You should try to keep better company.
She kind of let herself in for that by telling him that she was a mage.
You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Ciri. And I just got an idea. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. We should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal, away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, De Jonquier, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
It was nice to see you again.
We're parting ways
You too,
already with
Garrett.
Triss. We haven't stayed together long with her.
You should go now. Before Corrine goes back into hiding somewhere.
So we're going to go and find this Corrine.
I live in the bits, near the fish market. Stop by. It'll be nice.
All right.
And Triss wants us to stop by at some point. Okay.
Oh, my heart.
We're going to try find the Dreamer. Now, there is a blacksmith here. Hires of Novigrad finished. We'll have a quick look to see what mission is next up, level-wise. I think the Dreamer one will be next. Yeah, it's level 7, so that'll be the one to do next then. Whilst we're here, they're all quite high. Fist of Velen, it's just a fist fight. Witcher contracts, we have got a level 12. So we'll have to go back to Velen to do this as soon as we get anything over level 12 mission-wise. But Novigrad Dreaming is the next one to do. In terms of selling gear, we'll sell all these swords that we just got off the Witch Hunters. They're no good to us. That is a magic item, but again, it's no good to us. The Dwarven Blade is magic, but no good to us either. So we'll sell all that gear because there's no point keeping it. Every opportunity to sell is always a bonus. So let's speak to the blacksmith.
Something sharpened, reforged.
Oh, we can actually play with Gwent. We haven't done Gwent this evening once, have we? Right, firstly,
what do you have on offer?
Let's see if we can sell. He's only got a limited amount of money, so we have to be wary of that. But I'm thinking 351. Wow. Dwarven Blade is worth a lot of money. Compared to the Witch Hunter sword, it's only worth 19. I know it's a magic item, it's not a relic, so we'll get rid of it. Okay. Blackjack's not worth much. Longsword isn't. Witch Hunter sword not worth much either. Can't sell the bolts. Can sell armor to this guy. 96. We'd actually get more money from an armorer. So I may hold off selling any of these until we have an armourer, because we'll get more money from them. I think that's probably the best thing to do. What has he got? Anything good for us? Mastercrafted silver sword isn't any good. It's lower than our current one. It's got some weapons that are basically the same as ours. Obviously, we're too low a level to use them. Crossbow, same damage as us, just has a bit. It says 1% more attack power, but it says 120%. What that one out? It's the exact same. What's this one? We've already got the saddlebags. That increases our weight, so we're all good there. Obviously, there's things we can get diagrams for. Steel sword. Not too worried about buying diagrams from him, to be fair. I just wanted to see what he had, in case anything was useful. But not by looks of it. What's that down there? Manuscript. Formative crafting a bomb. 234. That's a dimeritium bomb. And fifth essence as well. Yeah, we don't need to buy anything off him. We've got quite a bit of stuff. We have got junk, I think, we can sell as well. If we go to crafting, I don't know. There is a way of selling off all your junk. I think this is junk here. So that pure silver can be dismantled or sold. None of it's there. That can be sold. I thought we'd have a load of junk we could sell. So the random things. Oh, it's because it's a blacksmith, isn't it? That's why. So when we go and see other people, we could sell things like fishing rod. We can dismantle a lot of this gear as well if we wanted to. We'll have a quick look at what you can craft. We will repair all our gear as well. Although it's only 98% to be fair. All our stuff's quite high durability. There's no point repairing it, to be honest. Why did I not sell the tracker gauntlets? Oh no, we're saving that, weren't we, to the armourer. Yeah, there's no point fixing any of our stuff. It's all still high level. Crafting. We could do some cured leather. What else have we got? I don't think we're going to be able to craft anything that's better for what we've currently got. We don't need to make certain items at the minute. Silver sword, descaler. We're too low a level anyway. We'll do a bit more damage than our current one, but we're missing some ingredients. Harpy. That does a lot more damage than our silver sword, but we're a long way off being able to use that, as we're going to be level 37. Dorian. It's lower than what we're using. Yeah, we need to find more crafting parchment so we know how to build and make better stuff from blacksmiths. We haven't played Gwent tonight. We've got about 15 minutes left. Let's do a bit of Gwent. We'll go for maximum bet. All we're going to do is beat him.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
We may win a unique card from him, we may not. We don't play Gwent very often, to be fair. But I just thought we haven't done it at all, so we might as well give it a go. If you haven't seen Gwent yet, it's quite straightforward. You need to win. It's best of 3. And just going to try and be as tactically smart as possible, I find. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, we haven't got many attack cards, which is a bit of a worry, but I don't want to get rid of all of these. Fighting Frost is for his. That's for mid-range. That's siege cards, isn't it? Let's take the range to see if we get something better. No, we got another Frost one. Right, okay, let's see if we can beat him. So these take down all close combat cards to 1. So we'll look to use that one once he plays 1 or 2 number 1s. We may do our first turn really quickly. What did he say? So he's got different enemies to us. Wow. Okay. So we haven't seen these before. So he's obviously using the insect deck or creature deck essentially. So they're all new. Yeah, monster deck according to him. We're using Northern Realms still. So that's not a problem. What we do, replace that one in as well. We're going to knock all their... there we go. I can clear the weather. Do you know what? Let's clear the weather, and then we'll, on our next turn, we'll use the frost one, which will take all of his 3 ones down to 1. So we can clear the weather once. What's he going to do this turn? He's passed. Perfect. I wanted him to pass, because now we win the first round. Play this one. The frost takes hold. We've automatically won the round. We can now pass. We win the first of 3. So if we win the second round, we win the whole thing. Right, one of his cards stayed on the board, which wasn't particularly helpful. But we can take it down again as long as we don't play one. Play any close combat. So we've got 2 more range to use. So he's just played his card, which has given him double value. Yeah, that's fine. We know we're going to make that stop shortly, so that's not a problem. We'll do ranged again. We're going to knock that down to maybe go to 2, won't it? It's gone for a siege weapon here. Is that siege? Yes, it is. So we can actually... I don't think we can play both, to be fair. Let's play this one first. We won the first round, so as long as we've got cards to play come the second round, we're still in with a shout. The more he plays this round, the better for us, to be fair. What does my leader card bring? Okay. And Potential Fog does the medium range, so I don't want to worry about that one really. I'm thinking we're going to play this one. Do I want to knock that down, or do I want to take down his siege cards? Let's do siege cards, because they're worth a lot more at that point. Right, his turn, what's he going to do? Clear weather. Okay, there was always a risk he had that to play, to be fair. We can still knock down close combat. I don't plan to use close combat this turn, but I want him to use many of his cards up. Right, we're going to obviously... We have to stop, we can't do much more. He's going to have 4 cards in the last turn, we're going to have 2. And we've got to hope ours are better than his. Otherwise we're going to lose. It's 1-1. He won the last round. But he's used a lot of high-powered cards. But one of his creatures does stay on the board, which is not good for us. No, I think we're going to lose this. We have lost. Because look at that. We can't beat that. Yeah, we're going to play both our cards, but we actually can't beat that. That monster deck, just when they multiply on that, it's incredible. And he's going to do it again. Yeah, we've got no way of beating that. So that's our last card played. It's quite nice to lose to a deck we haven't seen before. He's passed at 44, I'm not surprised. We're going to pass at number 9. Yeah, so we lost the second round. We did really well in the first round. Second round was okay. But yeah, that last round he smashed us. Right, we've had a quick go of Gwent at least. Is anyone else who can buy and sell stuff? There is a merchant here. I just want to see if we can sell all of our junk off.
Welcome, welcome.
Okay, let's see what he's got.
What have you got there?
He can play Gwent as well, to be fair. We haven't done much of Gwent so far. I wanted to see if we could sell junk. Sort items. So some of the stuff can be just sold. Some also can be used for other things. Dismantled. A lot of it can actually be dismantled. I don't think there's a reason to sell it then. I was thinking about selling it. I don't think there's a reason to. I didn't have a look what he had actually.
What have you got there?
We've got quite a bit of money, but I'm one of those people that doesn't like selling anything. He's very careful how much money they spend. These are mainly alchemy ingredients, aren't they, by the looks of it? Okay. We'll give him a go at Gwent to see what happens. We lost 10 the last one. But we'll give it one quick go. Last game of Gwent. And then we've got about 5-10 minutes of the stream left, and we'll try and head to the Dreamer's house. But I would like to win a game of Gwent, would be nice. Okay. We've only got one weather card. It's a bit of a concern. So it works in terms of defensively for us. Let's get rid of... Is he the only one of him? Yeah. Let's try getting rid of him and see what happens. That's better. Yeah, I think we're good. Right, he's using the Nilfgaardian Empire deck, so we won't see the creatures again that multiply. That's a bonus. We can't use weather to our advantage though. So, our best bet is to play similar to him in terms of where he's playing on the board, close combat, ranged, and siege. Because he's unlikely to use weather on us for what he's also using himself. We've got no more of those left to go. Now, do I take the loss or do I push? I think we're going to push with a siege. Just one. Needing to play more cards than us in theory to then help us. Whoa! Yeah, there's no point in pushing this turn much more. When he just played the 10 damage one. You can see straight away we're outmatched currently. We haven't done much Gwent throughout the game. Although it's something I really enjoy in the game. We just haven't really wanted to pay too much attention to it. But we are at a disadvantage because we aren't doing it as much as possibly could. So we lost the first round. But he did pull one card back with his decoy. And he's pulled... that's what I didn't want. He's already on 11 before we've done anything. Okay. We'll try and match him with range. He's passed. Okay, that's not too bad. So, if we do... obviously, that's 9. He's passed. So, we do our lowest number. We've won the second round. There we go. And because we're the Northern Realms, we'll get cards back to us. Then we get 2, 1. So we're equal with cards with him. Now it's the case we need to win this final round. But yeah, we're definitely outmatched if you look at what he's got. I don't think I'd be surprised if we beat him. Yeah, I'll be he just used that to look at what cards we had in hand. We are ahead currently. If he plays a weather to try and stop us, we can clear it. But I think we've lost. Yeah, we've now lost. We can't do anything. We are out. So two lots of Gwent and 2 losses. Definitely need to improve our Gwent deck at some point, but as it's not something we're doing a lot of, it doesn't matter so much. Right, let's see if we can find the streamer whilst we're here. We've got about 5 or so minutes left, so we'll see if we can get this done. I don't know what this is going to do, or how much we have to do for this. Got to keep it on the minimap in case anything shows up nearby that's a quest to pick up and things like that. Right, the Dreamer's house is below us, I believe. So we need to head down here. Well, they're saying that we can't go in that. We can't go in the house from there. So, where's the door?
If I met you, mate, back there is
Okay, just got to find a way in. All things is blocked up. So I'm not that surprised. I know, we got a way in, here we go. Door's been smashed in by looks of things.
Wanderer, or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonkier, of those de Jonkiers, yes.
De Jonkier.
My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Didn't need a recommendation. Name would have been enough.
Father always said...
Weird he stood there, owning the largest bank, with his door kicked in.
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
Okay, let's find out a little bit more before we go in.
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian or on a whim?
I bought this property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after, I witnessed disturbances.
led me to fear the home might be haunted.
What are the symptoms?
Oh, they vary. Giggling in the night, and furniture moving about in the attic, and last week... Well, you shan't believe it. I found human feces in the parlour.
Okay, human feces in the parlour.
Not interested in what's going on inside? Seeing it for yourself?
Well, it's not...
Cursed home scare.
It's not a wraith or anything like that, then.
Can affect property value. Point of fact, Corinne requested she not be disturbed.
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call that my...
I don't think this is a creature we're going to end up killing.
The second sword.
We haven't got... I don't know if we've got time to do this. I don't know what's inside. I think to play it safe, I think this is where we stop. Because once we enter, I don't know what we need to do once inside. And obviously we're here to see the Dreamer to see if they can tell us more about Ciri and her time in Novigrad. Last time we learned about Ciri, we actually controlled her. So if we get to a section like that, we wouldn't be able to stop, and we are literally just about out of time for this evening. So I think this is a good time to finish. We've done a fair bit today, though. We completed a decent amount of contracts. If we have a quick look at quests and completed. We started off by finishing... Are they actually in order? I'm trying to see what order they're in. No, they're not in any order, are they? So we completed two contracts. That was the first thing we did. I'm just trying to see if they are in order. I don't think they are. Let's go down here again. No, they're definitely not in order. We completed 2 Witcher contracts. That's how we started today, and then we made it to Novigrad and found Triss. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated. We found Triss living here in secret, trying to stay out the way of the witch hunters and the Novigrad guards so she isn't killed. And we're off to see a Dreamer to learn more about Ciri's time in Novigrad. And that is it for this evening, I'm afraid. We are out of time. We are back Monday morning with Hogwarts Legacy, and the schedule will go live tomorrow afternoon, 1 PM GMT for the scheduled video, and the live stream post will go on the community pages at 8 PM GMT tomorrow. So keep a look out for them so you know what's happening next week. If you haven't already, have a look on the community page as well for the vote for next main live stream game that will start once we platinum Hogwarts Legacy. We need to get a bit of a plan together for Hogwarts Legacy in terms of what we plan to do trophy wise each day to try and make it so it happens a little bit easier. That's going to be my plan. But that is it. Thank you all very much. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views and conversation. Another brilliant stream as always. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you in a stream at some point next week. There's lots coming up next week. We've got the daily content with the games we've got on the go at the minute. We've got Hogwarts Legacy, Batman Arkham Asylum, The Witcher will be back next Saturday for another relaxed playthrough stream. But other than that, enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and hopefully we'll see you on a stream very soon. Thank you all very much. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.